So my goal for today is to hopefully be under 21 minutes, but it's a pretty hilly run. So that's also part of the reason why I'm going to be really excited if I get sub 21. Because sub 21 at Camperdown is probably sub 20 on a flat one. My final time was about 20:47, give or take a second or two. And I'm almost certain that 20:47 here would be sub 20 on a flat one like Perth. Well, there's a fun coincidence. About 2 or 3 days after filming my last video, I got invited to go to Perth this week. So I couldn't really say no to that. So my goal is to hopefully get back under 20 minutes. This will be my first time under 20 and my fastest run, if I manage it, since my injury back in November. And I've been making videos since just to document my recovery. Last week was my first sub 21 park run, and that was 20:47 at Camperdown. This week Perth should be much faster. Camperdown has about 80 meters of climbing. Perth has 4. So it's pretty much negligible. I'm pretty sure the Perth Parkrun website says they have 2 small hills. They're speed bumps. I've been to Perth Parkrun several times, so I know the route pretty well. In fact, it's really quite easy to pace on it. 1, because it's so flat, and 2, it's an out and back route. Well, the middle third is sort of a very narrow loop, but it's effectively an out and back. And once you've turned and you're coming back the way, that's very close to halfway, which is handy to know. But there's also a cycle path sign that I once noticed is almost halfway to the turning point. But suddenly I've cut the run into quarters. So I just want to get to the sign before 5 minutes, make the turn before 10, back to the sign before 15, and then hopefully to the finish before 20. But I do like using physical landmarks where possible. Another one I like to use is a floodgate that we run through quite early on into the run. I'm going to check my time when I get there and take that away from 20 minutes, and that gives me a target to reach that same flood gate on the way back. I remember when I tried to go for my overall parkrun PB, I was aiming for sub 19, and I remember I ran through that gate at 1:36, so I knew I had to be under 17:24 to be in a chance of getting a sub 19. Sure enough, I got there on the way back 17:09. I'm 15 seconds ahead, and I finished at 18:44, so 16 seconds ahead. So it's really handy having that marker to give me an idea of how I'm getting on. I'll also be doing some barcode scanning today, which is some extra incentive to go quickly. It's a pacer week at Perth as well, so I'll have a pacer to chase, which will hopefully help. I'm not going to rely on them too much. If I think I'm on track, I'll just go with my own times, but it'll still be a handy reference point if I'm unsure at any point. I've seen online that Eilish McColgan is going to be at Camperdown this week. The 1 week in, well, weeks that I've not been there, and it's the one she turns up at. So it'll be interesting to see how the numbers change, see if we get a big increase this week. I imagine we will, so it'll be a shame to miss that. But I've been really excited to get back to somewhere like Perth. I've been really looking forward to this run all week. We're in Perth now, and I am very excited for this. That floodgate I was talking about is just around this corner. And this is one of those little speed bumps. So we'll come up through here on the way out. On the way back, we come back through it and down this way. And you probably can't see the finish from here on the camera, but it's over there. On the way out, this bit seems really short, but on the way back, it seems so much longer. And you can see the finish for a good minute and a half or more at this kind of pace. But it feels like you're a lot closer than you are. But the path curves around. So yeah, it's longer than it looks. Most of the route is like this on tarmac, but there's 1k on grass. Well, roughly from about 2.5 to 3.5k. That's on grass, and if it's wet that can be a bit rubbish, but today seems okay.
So after 3, 3, 2, 1 and go. You guys for running with this.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a bit awkward, but you get the hang of it.
I didn't move fast already.
It's easy done.
I got caught up with the big boys.
3:53. Thank you. $3:59.99. Thank you. Jeez.
The shoot line's halfway through.
Oh, jeez. Very slippy. $3:57.
That was horrible.
Yeah, probably the worst I've seen it.
What have you got in your hand?
Camera.
You're filming everyone.
That's more like it.
I've got a gold patch, get the other side.
Look who you're talking to. Thank you.
I'd see you soon. Well done. Well done, little one.
Thank you, well done. Last time was 3/4. Nice one to you. Well under 20 minutes. Come on, keep it going. $4:01 with the mud. I'll take that. $17:43. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Whoa. Well done, guys.
Thank you. Great stuff, guys. Well done.
Well done.
Nicely done.
That was some good finish there.
You too. Those two guys were brilliant. Right, scanning time. I was very surprised with that time. I didn't stop my watch right as I crossed the line. I was filming those other guys. They were great, by the way. I didn't catch all of the little chats on camera, but quite often we're just making wee comments on the way around. Having people like that really close to you really helps. And then they were both ahead of me, quite close to the end, but managed to pick it up. And as I was overtaking them, the guy in orange heard me come and gave me a big high five, was cheering me on. Oh yeah, great guys. So yeah, I didn't stop my watch just as I crossed the line, but I thought it was going to be behind 1930, something like that. And after I'd finished, one of the timers said that they'd double clicked and were trying to figure out where it was. So when my time came in showing 1926, I was thinking, oh, that's not right, I've probably got the wrong time. But looking at the people around me, that seems about right. The guy in front of me had a 4-second gap, which seems right from watching the video back. Two guys behind me were very close to each other, and only, yeah, maybe 3 or 4 seconds behind me. That's about right. And I tried to scroll back a bit and see if I was in the wrong place, sort of where should I be, if that makes sense. But I couldn't see any other times that fitted with the four of us. So yeah, I'm gonna assume they were right. After I turned at the turning point, I looked and I'm sure my watch said 9:50. But my uncle said he saw me there at about 9:40. So maybe my watch was, I don't know, it paused at some point, or it didn't start properly and it was 10 seconds out. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I just misread it. I was running that fast that I wouldn't put it past me to just completely blank and get the numbers wrong. Like the cycle path sign, I saw it, but I was expecting it to be bigger. I remembered it wrong. So I completely discounted it. When I got to it on the way back though, I thought, no, that must be the one. So yeah, I was trying to cheer on the guy beside me. I am really happy with that time. Even if I was 10 seconds slower, I'd still be really happy. But 1926 is amazing. Yeah, didn't expect, I did expect to be under 20, to be honest. I wasn't thinking, maybe not. I was pretty sure I could manage it. But being that far under, it's brilliant. And thanks again to anyone who's subscribed recently. It's just nice for me to see the numbers going up and feel like I've got a bit of an audience. It makes me a bit more equal, a bit more motivated than usual to make these videos. I do like making them, but it's just that bit nicer when I know some people are, you know, actively interested in seeing them. So thank you. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of them as well.